Today's topic of conversation: Aston Martin become Red Bull Racing's title sponsor for the F1 2018 season. Now, they've been partnered up together for quite some time, Red Bull and Aston Martin. It's about a season now. But next year, Aston Martin will pretty much join forces with Red Bull to make the Aston Martin Red Bull F1 team. Now, this will be not their own car, not Aston Martin's own car. And Andy Palmer, the CEO and president of Aston Martin, has said that that's not their goal. They're not making their own car. They're joining with Red Bull to be that title sponsor. And the big bit of news here, really, is the fact that they're open or considering making their own engine in 2021. Now, currently, we have 4 engine suppliers: Mercedes, Ferrari, Renault and Honda. Now, Red Bull need a new engine in 2019. Obviously, 2018, they are with Renault, but that relationship has broken down completely. They will not get a Ferrari engine, let's be honest. And as we saw from last year, they're not going to get a Mercedes engine. That seems really unlikely. So really their only option is Honda, which, as we've seen over the last few years, is not a good option. Let's be quite frank here, guys. That is certainly not a good option, or an option that Red Bull want to do if they want to win the World Championship again. It looks like next year they might have an even better chance than they have the past 4 years now, really, in F1. The hybrid era all been dominated by Mercedes. This year not so much, but Red Bull really want to get back to winning ways. Obviously, the second half of that 2013 season, they won every single race. Sebastian Vettel was absolutely dominant in that season, in the second part, and that was the last V8 season. So Red Bull, since coming to V6, have definitely not been up there with the pace that they used to have. So they need their new engine. They need their own engine that no one else has. Obviously, there's been speculation at the end of the season that Renault have been sabotaging engines for the likes of Toro Rosso and perhaps Red Bull. There's not been as much controversy around that, but there has been talk about it. And so Red Bull need their own engine. So Aston Martin, it's been looking for a while that they've been thinking about it, and they've come out and said if the 2021 regulations are affordable, then they'd pretty much be more than happy to do it, which I think is a fantastic thing for F1 to get a brand new manufacturer into the sport. Obviously, recently, or fairly recently, we've lost the likes of Lotus, Jaguar, Toyota, 3 huge brands in the world of motorsport and just in the car market in general. They've gone. They've left F1, and I think that's such a shame. And you see the likes of Ferrari, Mercedes, Audi, all moving over to Formula E. And Aston Martin have come out and said, no, we don't want to go to Formula E. You know, we don't want to be late on the bandwagon. We want to go to Formula 1. I think, personally, that is fantastic. I think Aston Martin are a supreme brand. They are classy. They are known as great British engineering, and I think they'd be a fantastic addition to the grid. I think as well, it's looking as if they might in the future take over Red Bull. This is my own personal twist almost, but you think about it, Red Bull are trying to get rid of Toro Rosso. Let's be quite honest with that. That team will end up being a Honda team, a Honda Works team. Well, they already are a Honda Works team, aren't they? That's hard to believe, but that's going to be Honda. They'll have Matsushita in that seat for, I suppose, 2019, alongside someone else, maybe Kevin Magnussen or someone like that. Huge speculation there, but it's no surprise that Helmut Marko wants out, pretty much. I mean, if they can't get to winning Rays in the next couple of seasons, then Helmut Marko, he won't want to stay. Matisic, the CEO and owner of Red Bull, won't want him to stay. At the end of the day, they are an energy drinks company. F1 is just something they do on the side. You know, F1's really just a sponsorship for them to get their name out there, their brand out there. So, if Aston Martin are keen enough, I wouldn't be surprised if, I suppose, this is quite far down the road, maybe 2022, if we have Red Bull not in the sport anymore and we have an Aston Martin works team on the grid. Anyway, that is the news. It looks like in 2021 Aston Martin will be making their own engine, and it looks like it will be to Red Bull. Red Bull will become the Aston Martin works team, but for next season at least, Aston Martin will be Red Bull's title sponsor. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to subscribe. The support, as always at the moment, is absolutely insane. I'm really loving it. So if you could subscribe and like, that would be amazing, amazing, amazing. As always, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.